actually what was pertinent. I threw everything else away.
And you said I condensed it. That's condensed form.
Hey, welcome to Live and Loud from No Man's Land. We got the full crew in tonight, and so glad you guys are joining us. Please, by all means, like, subscribe, share, pass it around, tell your friends about it, repost it on X or retweet it, put it on your YouTube channel. Just get the word out there.
Share and share again.
I actually got a message that we're being paid by the I country. I was like, have you listened to the podcast?
What?
Yeah,
That's
because
cute.
they call us the whatever
That's
they
rage bait.
Yeah, kind of. And I went, I am 100% definitely sure that not only are we not being paid by them, we're not being paid by anyone.
No.
This costs us money. Now, we just spit the truth for free, and if you don't like it, then that's fine. Don't listen.
We would like Bustelo
Yes.
to
Bustelo.
sponsor us.
Yes, please, Bustelo.
We would love Bustelo to sponsor
Make
us.
us a prop.
You know,
Oh, you're going to get the Bustelo prop?
at this point, I would settle for number 2 yellow pencil sponsoring us. But anyway, yeah, you can find us on all the normal platforms. There's a bunch of them. We got this one right here. Here's one. There's one behind you over there.
Okay,
There's one up here.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah. He's trying like hell to get us a sponsorship here somehow or another.
One way or the other.
Yeah, but that's our overhead shot is kind of glary.
Oh.
It needs to be wiped.
Until they
no,
pay
we're
us,
all right.
we're not going to sponsor their. Uh-oh.
What?
Josh just got a limp mic.
Oh yeah.
That's never happened before.
Oh man, this is
You're gonna have to
this is
Step up
awesome.
my game.
Throw some of them blue
Where's
pills at it.
where's the? Oh, he's got the adjustment tool there.
Yeah.
Cool bolts.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
right.
And righto.
All right, and so welcome in, guys. Obviously,
And ladies.
and lady. Yeah, I think it goes without saying.
One of the guys.
I tried to get the camera on Mary, and she just wasn't having it.
Do we need to move her?
I think
It's
it's.
a group shot.
Yeah.
Solo shot.
I think it's. She don't want us cutting into her OnlyFans account. You know. So
I can't have that link. No,
yeah. You know, anyway, guys, welcome in. How's everyone doing? Elliot, man, welcome back, brother. Good to see you.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Happening, Elliot.
You doing all right, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right,
Quicksilver.
always great to have you here. Lee, how's it going in your world, man?
I'm good. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. They're going to X-ray all the hardware, and if everything looks good, I am done. No more doctors, no more surgeons.
I doubt that. You're going to the
Freedom.
hospital. They're going to examine you and keep you.
That's a possibility.
Josh, how are you, brother?
No comment.
No comment.
No comment. I went to
day.
I went to a city council meeting, asked 3 questions, and I got an inspection today
Yeah.
from the health department. 30 minutes after I got harassed by the city inspector for a business license that I didn't have because they had not put any out for 147 businesses
Right.
over 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And they came to me at the pinnacle of my lunch rush, and I wasn't too happy. So,
Well, shame on you, Josh.
yeah, don't ask questions.
Yeah.
Well, I was there. I didn't ask any questions.
I asked 3 questions, and the questions I asked were not that. I didn't think
Were
very.
pertinent
He
to-
was there. Were they?
Yeah. No,
they were
they were-
pertinent questions.
They were professional.
and they were very
they were on
professional.
point.
I did.
How dare you
One
ask
of the
questions?
questions wasn't really a question. It was a comment
sorry.
congratulating the
Yeah, I just commented.
chief of
New
police.
chief of police, and said he was a great fella. I know him personally, and he is a great constitutionalist, and he's going to do a good job by keeping his officers in check with the Constitution, and he's a great leader, blah, blah, blah. The other one was just a question about the budget and the amendments that the public wasn't aware of, didn't see. It was open for public comment, but we couldn't comment on it because we don't know what's in it, but we got to pass the bill before we can see what's in it. That's what I wanted to go on record and say, that the public wasn't aware of what was being amended,
crazy.
nor what was being budgeted for 26, 27. And I just said, I wanted to go on record that we can't see it until we pass it. And y'all are fixing to pass it without us seeing it. So we don't know what's
So
in
we
it.
don't know what's in it.
Kind of like Nancy Pelosi
I was
said.
about to say
You
that's
gotta-
some Pelosi level
You gotta
politicking
pass
right
the
there.
bill before we know what's in it, folks.
Yeah.
Then
all
we'll
right.
tell you.
It's like it's like a jack in the box.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Surprise! Here's your
Keep
bill.
Keep paying your taxes.
Yeah, Mary, how are you this evening?
No, doing really good.
So, are you the only business that hadn't been hit, fined,
Extradited.
inspected, extorted, whatever you want to call it? Not
Knock
yet.
on wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming.
Yeah.
Here, let me get my cell phone a little bit closer to yours so that the
Now
Palantir software
It's
will
transferred.
link to our IP addresses
I haven't. No, I
in
haven't.
proximity.
Back when I guess it was probably
I thought
3
you
or
had
4
some
months ago.
Poop going on.
Well, all of the hairdressers in town was like state board. They're cracking down. Like they're coming in like they'd never come in before. But I didn't. They didn't stop by the shop.
Oh, they didn't come see you.
No,
What didn't
but
you have some things go on? I guess on thing. You had
Her electricity got cut off.
oh,
That's right. Yeah.
like
2 days before.
2 days before the
Yeah.
due date.
Clico's good about that.
I mean, we have people in the salon. Of course, Lindsay and I, we're like, oh, well, okay, we'll give it a minute. Well, Lindsay peeps outside and she's like, Mary, everyone else has electricity. So I call and she literally was like, I have never had this happen.
That's a lie.
I don't even know how to explain this to
That's a
you.
lie.
And of course, it's a little button they push. Because I was like, I'm going to pay it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not even due
Right.
yet. I said, So I went ahead and took care of payment. And, she was like, okay, no problem. I'll cut it back on. I'm like,
Let me tell you
weird.
how shady they are.
I even had clients look at the bill.
Yeah.
And they were
And
like,
see that
whoa.
it's not that you're not paying your bill.
Yeah.
It's 2 days before it's due.
Yeah.
They send out a Clico hitman. He's got a nice little shiny truck, and he just walks in 2 or 3 days before your bill's done. He's like, "Here, I'm here to let you know that your electricity is going to be cut off in the next couple of hours if you don't pay your bill." Well, we're
Before
not
the due date?
before the due date, 2 or 3 days before the due date. They want the bill paid before the due date.
Which kind of makes me wonder, like,
businesses.
Well, move the due date up.
Yeah. The 15th. Because I think mine's like the 22nd,
it has- it
or
has
23rd or
it's-
something like
it's-
that.
It's something to do with something. I don't know what it is.
Well,
but-
my big thing, I last week on the 3rd, I got a water bill with a late charge
oh yeah,
and a so like, what is this? I go back. I was like, I hadn't missed a bill.
Mm-hmm.
Went ahead and write the check, send it off, pay
Yeah,
it, whatever. And then this week, I get the bill that was
and I'm,
Yeah.
late
I'm a mechanic.
Yeah.
and I'm thinking like, now what kind of AI
And I
fudgery
personally
is this?
saw the bill because he walked
Oh, yeah, I
over and was
walked
like,
over.
you know what?
I was like, Mary,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
here, yeah. Am I not seeing this? Am I not understanding? Are the dates?
So
just-
you paid for the month before, but it was that amount was tacked onto the bill for this month. So it
I guess
was
this thing likes it rough. I have to say.
showing, that you owed for like 2 months, but you don't.
yeah, the bill that was late came after
After
the late
the
notice.
late
Yeah,
notice.
So
Okay, so I don't get my Clico bill
This is
until
water.
like the 7th.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, because Troy, he brings in the mail every afternoon he comes in. And he lays out my mail and lays out his. So I go through mine. And it's every month, why does the bill come and so does a disconnect notice?
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, it's not even late. I thought that goes out like if you don't pay.
just so you know, if
yeah,
you
just
don't
so you
pay
know.
it,
And I'm like, y'all ain't got to remind me.
It's pre-extortion.
Yeah. It's like the follow up of,
Yeah.
hey, you better pay that.
see what you're gonna make me do.
Psychological and emotional abuse.
It is. It's trauma.
we talked about rape last week.
Yeah.
Now we're
Yeah,
gonna talk.
well, it's the same psychological.
Right.
See what you made me do.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to send it out and you're going to pay it.
Yeah, you're gonna pay it now.
All right, so let's talk about flock cameras. They are popping up absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to know anything about them.
Well, I went to dflock.org.
Yeah.
I checked that one out.
Yeah.
Flock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
everybody
newest
needs to go
one
to
they've
that.
installed it
on
hadn't
there
shown
yet.
up yet.
Nope.
The
Well,
newest,
because
Yeah.
you can also look on Atlas of surveillance. And
Okay.
I put in Leesville, but it didn't pull up anything. So I put in
Okay.
New Lano because I was thinking, it's on that end of town. It didn't pull up anything. But I put in Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office, and it didn't pull up that, which I'm just thinking because I guess it's so new.
Right,
They haven't
yeah.
updated. But I'm like, maybe I should make a call.
Well, when I went to dflock.org, what shocked me is how many are in Singer.
Yeah.
I had
There's over
idea.
90,000 flock cameras in the U.S.
I bet it's more than that.
But yeah, 90,000 plus. I mean, it's just
right.
90,000 that they are showing like
Well,
online. I
Yeah,
guess.
Elliot,
great
any way you
point.
want
Because when
I'm looking
Because
at it.
that's
you go
here,
to
you
deflock,
know.
yeah, and it's not listed.
It's not listed.
Look at Dallas,
how many
man.
is not?
Dallas and
Yeah,
Houston's
the
wrapped
very
up.
dense areas. That's where you see.
They're just
I mean,
full.
like
Well,
literally block after block after block.
Yeah.
The crazy part is when they're in Singer.
Yeah.
The capital of crime.
Look, where is
What's that
Caney?
Caney?
That's
Caney's
North
on the-
Houston.
No, Caney's on the other side
That's
of Anacoco.
where I
Oh,
live.
yeah.
There's
Like
two
New
of 'em.
Caney,
Yeah, there's two of
New
them
Caney?
looking
That's
like this,
literally-
back to back.
right past
If you-
Wow.
where I live.
Right here, look. If you go to Anacoco
It's
Lake,
on Highway 8.
Mhm.
Yeah.
right there, right on the other side.
Wait a minute.
Right on the other side.
Mary's like, hold on.
That's on 464 right there.
Look at 'em.
So there's a big tower right
Both the
here.
both the flocks are looking at the flocks.
Wow. The flock's flocking the
flock?
flock.
No, I'm
They
kidding.
want to see if somebody's going to screw with them.
So
Yeah, that's exactly
I mean,
what it
I
is.
go that way to
Well,
Evans. You can go.
travel that road.
Yeah. Well, you can go. This is Fowl Road, 464. This is Highway 8. You can take either one to Evans.
All roads lead to Evans.
Yeah, all roads
roads
that
lead to
Maryville. But yeah, there's a big cell phone tower that they put up right here, and I'm wondering that's right in
probably
front
where
of
they
it.
slapped it up on.
Yeah,
But
that's wild.
the flock cameras themselves, they tell you that there's no facial recognition, there's no personal identification, that they just capture license
Your
plate
license
data,
plate.
card data, but they capture things like color, make, model,
They can
dents,
even capture
luggage
right,
racks,
if you have a layout.
identifying features.
Rose Pine.
Yeah.
They're looking both ways at Rose Pine.
Yep. So
Again, bastion of criminality there.
yeah,
They're just tracking movement of people.
Oh, yeah.
and
exactly
it's
what they're
it's
doing.
all metadata.
yeah. Well, the figure I got from the website, which website? So much for my notes. It was 20 billion cars a month.
Mm-hmm. That they are pictures. I mean, like,
Yeah.
so like you were saying, they catalog the make, model, color, bumper stickers,
Scratches,
even,
dents.
scratches,
All of it.
dents,
Luggage racks.
Yeah. And I guess what kills me the most, because the argument that comes up is for your safety. Well, if so and so was kidnapped, and I do agree with that, but there's the bigger reality to
Yes.
what this is being
It's always
used
about
for.
the safety.
Yeah, they're
yeah.
going to sell
They're
that on the
pushing it.
safety.
This is for you. This
So,
is, this
I
is gonna
asked the
help
mayor
you.
about that in his
Right.
office, and I went in there and I was like, "Hey, what about the flock cameras?" And he's like, "Oh, well, we only got like 4." I was like, "No, you got
That's
more
4
than that."
too many. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
and he was like, "Well, kind of a sore subject. The sheriff's department asked me to carry the ones in the city, and then they were going to put ones all out in the Vernon Parish area." I was like, "Oh, really?"
So the sheriff department
Sheriff's
asked
department pushed the flock onto the city, and
Right.
he thought it was going to be a set price for a certain amount of cameras, and that was going to be it.
right.
Not exactly true. Apparently, according to him, it's going to be like a subscription. You have
Right,
to pay it
right.
yearly. And so that's where they got you. Is like you thought it was going to be a one-time upfront cost, and we're going to get access to all this software, and we're going to keep.
But it's like internet. You're going to pay
he
for
was
it monthly,
told-
to keep it running.
through the flock representative in the sheriff's department, it was about child trafficking.
Right,
It's
right.
always about the children,
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
yeah,
It's
It's
sold
always-
as,
it's
well,
always
this
about
is
children's
good for you.
safety.
Yeah.
While our elites rape them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
eat them and
Yeah.
shit. But that's okay.
Well, there's no flock cameras
Don't
on them
look at
yachts.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my God! I checked out Monaco.
I was going to say, did you watch them racing?
Is that a
the
real
mega
place?
yachts?
Yeah.
Did you see the footage of that?
Yes,
Yeah, they're racing mega yachts at 3,000 gallons a second.
that was
To
the
race a mega
Titanic
yacht.
sitting out there.
Yeah.
It was a 3-story. I think it said it was $643 million. I can't
seems
see how my
cheap.
mouth wouldn't even I can't fathom.
That's because the
43
number's
days.
too big.
Yeah.
That's almost $1 billion, but it really seems kind of reasonable for a yacht. I mean,
3-story, 3,000
3,000
gallon
yeah.
yacht.
You just didn't buy it because like you didn't like the interior.
Well,
Was
I mean,
it just
I figure, if you're a well-to-do person, you probably swing, a note on that and then lease it out, part of the year. I mean,
guess what was blowing my mind is, there's a strip where
There's some pretty well-to-do
you
dudes that
can
do some
park
really
all of
wild
your
stuff.
yachts, but it's sold in
Right.
parking spaces. I mean, it may be $1 million to park right
Yeah,
there
your
just
slip
to watch
fee,
the
just for
race.
shore power,
Yeah.
Your slip fee is probably
Yeah.
freaking outrageous.
Oh my! I can't.
Have you seen some of the dock houses out on Toledo Bend?
Yes.
Oh, I'm like, I can live on
Yeah,
that.
I
They pay
drive
more than the
by on the
boat.
boat, and I'm like, Troy, look.
Yeah.
He's like, keep looking.
I can't even afford the windows that are in the house, much less the wood that's on the dock.
Yeah.
Well, look, you say you got a $500 million yacht. I don't know how you're going to spend any less than that and have room for your 3 Bugattis,
Right.
to get them over there.
And you got to have room for the kid cages that you bringing in.
Well, you
there.
got to have room for the helipad. You're going to land your
Yeah.
helicopter on,
Right.
That's what was crazy. So this one yacht had helipad on top, basketball court on the other end, like the kids are out there playing, as Formula One's going.
As
and
one
the
does.
other end is a pickleball court.
Right.
And I'm like, those kids don't even realize like what they're growing up in.
No, they're not shopping at Walmart.
No.
They're not paying $20 a pound for beef.
Yeah. It's
They don't-
crazy.
they don't
I sent
care.
it to my daughter. I was like, you wish you could play ball there? She's like, Mom.
Yeah, but the flock cameras are to make sure you don't get on that yacht.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what that
And
is.
just make sure that you don't drive too much because when they instigate,
Too fast or too far.
well,
Well-
when they what do you call not instigate when they
In-
institute the carbon tax,
Yeah.
right?
Put
So
into
then they can
effect.
track and trace your
There's
mileage
a-
through the
Well, see,
flocks.
this is what was so crazy to me about them racing the super yachts over there at 3,000 gallons a second, because one of those is a Facebook guy.
Oh, Zuckerberg's
Metaverse.
yacht.
Yeah, Metaverse.
The one that said, we can't travel. You need virtual glasses to visit
Right.
Uh-huh.
because it's going to destroy the planet.
Right.
And, you can't eat meat. We're going to destroy the planet.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
But you're out here making hot laps in your yacht.
hot laps in
None
your
of that's on the
300-foot
news,
yacht.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're not showing
That's
that.
the main thing with the boomers. If it's not on the news, it ain't
didn't
fucking
happen.
happening.
It's
Yeah.
funny. It's funny too. You were talking about the rich kids with the dolls. Y'all remember the movie The Toy?
Yeah.
With Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not playing with dolls. They're playing with humans, and we're the humans.
Yeah.
We're the dolls.
Yeah, you mentioned tracking data. There's a new technology. It's not really new. They just marketed it. It's signal trace surveillance, and they're gonna marry it with the flock cameras, but it tracks devices through the Bluetooth. So phones, wearables, anything that emits a Bluetooth signal
It's
or
going to pick
data.
it up.
Right. So it links devices that regularly travel together or are in the same vicinity together. And it creates this profile, for lack of a better word. But, with the new Ford patents, you don't even have to worry about it. They just see who's in your vehicle and read your lips and
I told a
check out
client
your
about
eye
that.
retinas. And
I'm gonna make my whole truck a Faraday bag.
She
yeah.
was like, "Are you serious?" So I got on Google and looked it up, and
Right.
I was like, "Yeah."
They freak out.
She literally, I'm not lying. She was like, "Mary," and I'm like, "This is really happening."
Yeah, your
Like,
steering wheel's going to read your
It
heartbeat.
sounds like something very futuristic, very dystopian, but
Way
the
in the
facts
future.
are there. The facts are there.
It's
no, it's
coming.
next year.
It's
Yeah.
next year. Like
yeah. I think by 2027 they wanted all
Yeah.
new vehicles implemented with
Yeah,
that.
and I think Cody sent the thing on the junkyard fires. All the all the
junkyards.
yeah, they're
Well, Scooters crushed all their cars.
every bit of them.
Took them a year.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was
he
the
had a
largest
lot of
salvage
stuff
yard
out
in the
there.
state.
Yeah.
Yep.
And one of the largest in
missed
the
it already.
country.
Yep.
Oh,
And I hated it because I could go and get anything
yeah.
I need. It didn't matter if it was a bushing, if it was
It's like, what did they get incentivized by? To
Well,
go ahead and do
Mr.
that?
Gene had
Yeah,
passed, and
yeah.
Scooter.
There was a lot involved in
he's
that.
he's on board.
He just
yeah,
wanted to
Running,
wash his
yeah.
hands and be done with it.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
and
were just-
Dre, he's teaching now, so
Yeah.
Kristen was like, we just don't have time.
that was a resource and an asset that was undervalued. Big
Oh, that's what I
time.
told her. And she was kind of laughing because the rumor mill around town was like they were putting up apartments out there. That's what I was like,
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
No,
Wow.
no, not
She
what
was
they're
like,
doing.
no, that is not what's happening.
You know what's funny though? You talking about that?
What's happening?
The I was talking to my wife about the flock cameras because she's not interested in any of this. If it's not on Lifetime or a murder or whatever, she's that person.
Comforts of life.
So I feed it to her in small bits. Well, she's coming around, and so she was asking about the flock cameras. I guess someone at work was talking about it or whatever, and she said,
it's not you, then she's interested.
"Yeah, well, that's exactly All right. So anyway, she said, "Well, they're saying these are for safety," and this. I said, "Yeah, and they haven't arrested anybody off of a flock camera except innocent people through AI at this point. So you can say that's what it's for, but that's not what it's really for." And she said, "Well, what would really be the harm?" I said, "Okay, let's back up." I
Sounds
said,
like 2001 all over again.
"Yeah," I said, "Let's say we want to go buy 5 19-inch dildos at the sex shop. Do you really want anyone knowing that that's what we're doing? Not that that's what we're doing,
Right.
but if that's what you want to do, I don't need anybody knowing my business at all,
Right,
period.
right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be illegal. It can just be private.
They're going to track you down
they're
to
gonna track-
Fantasy Boulevard.
That's right. So
They
I
gonna
said, and that's just
measure
one
how
example.
long you was in there. Yeah.
I said, do you really want them knowing where all your kids are? Because we're being run by pedivores.
Yeah.
I don't want them knowing where any
And-
kids
and
are.
The flock systems are easy to hack.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
what is a flock? It's a herd of sheep.
Throughout
Cattle.
the U.S.
Right. And my issue with this is it is fundamentally against one of the foundational pillars
Oh, yeah.
of privacy. You have autonomy of your body. We are private citizens. The government doesn't need to know jack shit about us. They are public servants. We should know everything about them. But what we do
in the public space,
in our private time with our people, our family, our community, that's our business.
I heard that Ring had.
yes.
Oh, it's all tied
They
in.
have
Well,
merged with.
they kind of quit that thing.
Yeah.
Supposedly. So Ring backed out after the Super Bowl ad
Really?
because they were in with Flock and Palantir and all that.
Yeah.
And they backed out of the deal.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what the newest YouTube video I watched last night
Yeah.
about the Flock stuff.
I had seen one today that was saying they were being very smart about it because they're. How do I put this? They're, I guess, contracting out to so many different companies. Like
Right.
Axion was one of them, a few different. So it's like hard to keep up with like who's all getting your data at the end of the day because
Right.
they're selling it to
That's
so many
ultimately who
companies.
they. Yeah,
Anyone
that's,
and
that's
everyone.
where they're making the money.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
with
selling
the-
your data.
The flock cameras communicate by capturing vehicle data. So license plate, make, model, year, identifying features,
Color.
and they send it wirelessly to a central server.
In a
That
data
central
center. No.
server, exactly.
It is.
Yeah. It's where it's analyzed and matched against a law enforcement database. And this is done in real time.
Yeah.
So as you drive past it,
It's
data's being
sending it.
sent
Yeah.
and it's being matched against the database.
Well, here's my thing.
When
How do they know who's driving if they're not looking at the person inside?
That's
the
what I'm
vehicle?
saying. That's where facial recognition,
Right.
they
Well,
lying
and
about
if-
not having
they're
it.
they're going to do what was that thing called? The
electronic
signal trace.
signal trace.
The signal trace,
Mm.
right? So
they're
your
gonna
device
know-
is going to marry that license plate.
that's just
so they'll
a
know
step.
whether it's you, your wife, your kid, your cousin, your crackhead
All right, that's
friend,
it.
or
Well, that's what I
whoever.
was trying to
Going
explain
off the grid.
earlier, that it's just not the one
Elliot's
thing.
sucking
they're-
all this
they're
in. I
looking
know
at.
he has something to say.
Yeah.
not yet. I'm learning right now.
He said,
'cause
"I'm digesting
He is.
it
He's
all."
sucking it in. I see the wheels turning over there.
But,
the
you know,
gears. He's
I
like,
feel like-
I see the anchor coming out, and he's got his facial.
He's like, I
What's
got
happening
things to
here?
say."
You're messing with my.
But I feel like, most people think it's just going to pull up your license plate. But, it's so much.
Yeah, it's
Like,
much.
I feel like
deeper
it's
than
gonna be a
that.
That thing
profile.
about the Bluetooth crap really is
yeah.
alarming.
Yeah, well, think about how many people are wearing the Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Or
watched
the
another unrelated
earbuds.
video.
Unfortunately, I want one too.
Oh, don't do it,
Oh,
man.
don't do it! Don't
Don't
do it!
I know.
Fight
Don't
the
fall into
urge.
the Matrix.
Don't do it.
Terms and conditions.
if
You
you
sign
don't
your
have
life
one,
away.
yeah.
No, you don't have one.
No.
Yeah,
So I was watching the thing about the Bluetooth, low energy, high.
Is it like
So anyway, so each Bluetooth device is low energy or high energy, low output or something like that. BELE or something like that. I need to go back and watch the video. But the guy was talking about how much information and how easy it is for them to grab that
oh yeah,
because that Bluetooth signal is sending out like 100 times a second or something like that at a burst,
right.
but it's only a very short
But that
duration.
IP address is there.
Yep. That's
So-
how the Apple AirTags work.
Yeah.
And that's why they can keep a battery charge for over a year.
Yeah. Have you seen the videos where people have their Apple phone and I don't know what they're filming it in, but it shows the light. It's just like
that's
every couple seconds.
Oh, it's
That's
the
on-
facial recognition.
That's on the
Is that
night
what it
vision
is?
with
Yeah.
the night
That's-
vision.
That's crazy.
goggles.
I saw that on my son's phone. We were actually coming back from a ball game, and it was dark.
Right.
And I kept looking in the rearview because I thought somebody was like flashing their lights behind me.
Right. Right.
But it was like a soft glow. Well, he had his phone down, and he picked it up, was playing on it, and he put it back down, and it was just like doing this.
Trying to get your attention.
Yeah, it was a soft white light, but it was like going off ever so often. And I, of course, looked at him. I was like, "What the hell is wrong with
well,
your
let me
phone?"
ask you guys this, and this is just just kind of wanting your opinions on it. Obviously, Lee is the most seasoned at the round table. Elliot is the newest.
Yeah.
So, does it take longer to get Lee's information because there's more of it than say Elliot's, or since Elliot is online, a lot more than Lee is?
You'd be
I
able
don't know
to.
about that.
You see what? I'm
I'm just kidding with you, buddy.
Well, I'm just saying, is it does it take longer to collect the boomers' information because they've been here for 80 years than it does
They're already
the
patterned.
newborn?
I think they're already patterned.
He
And
probably had a
those
profile.
boomers-
Well, my
2 weeks
question
after he was
is
born.
because how big is your file?
Yeah. All they got to do is go to Facebook and get all
Well,
the membership.
apparently with Flock, they only keep the information for 30 days.
Yeah,
And then it
sure.
expires. That's what.
Well, then they've
yeah,
done
that's-
sold it to so and so.
I got a bridge to China.
Information alive.
Exactly.
So that's the raw footage.
right.
But as soon as they crop it just a little bit or change the color or whatever,
Then it's new footage.
It's new footage.
Well-
and they can keep that.
And if law enforcement requests,
Okay.
so
They can,
there's
that's how they legalize it. They're deleting the raw footage.
what they're telling
Legalese.
people is that 30 days it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But all of us are aware how that works, right?
Nothing is ever gone.
So after
Not on the internet, no.
Yeah, no.
9/11, when they passed the Patriot Act, there's a section in there, the Real ID Act. They had to wait from 9/11 till when did they pass the Real implement it? Just a couple of years
1972.
ago. So
2023, something like that.
they had to wait for the technology to come up with the standards of the act. The Real ID Act, it requires every DMV in every state to communicate in real time with every other DMV. Now, think about how inefficient this is. That means every DMV has to have the same computer system, upgrade their computer system, communication system. So they contracted out the central database to the American Automotive
I'm sure
Motorist.
yeah,
It's
something
some
nefarious.
that's been in existence since
Yeah.
cars have come up. But that central database is I used to know the name of it. It's got a crazy name.
Skynet.
Every DMV feeds
Palantir.
into this.
Yeah.
But not only the DMVs, it's everything. It's your work history, your credit
That is
score,
weird.
your medical record, your you name it, your criminal history.
That's why cops
You're-
are addicted to ID.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Everything feeds into this. Now, whether Flock specs is what the hub is called. And you used to be able to go to the American Automotive, whatever it was called, and they showed a diagram, a breakdown of specs, how everything feeds into it, how it's distributed. That chart is gone. I printed it out. I've got it somewhere. Now, whether Flock ties into that, I have no idea. But, like you were talking about,
Palantir does.
so the municipality, right, leases these cameras for $18,000 a month or whatever it is a year.
Golly.
But so they're
That's
collecting
that
the
is
money
insane.
for leasing the cameras, but then who are they selling the data to, right, on that back end? Like you mentioned,
Right.
they'd only keep it for 30 days, but at the end of that 30 days, they've sold it to 400 different companies, NGOs, government agencies, law enforcement agencies. Who's regulating this?
Different statistic agencies.
Yeah, because it's a private company. It's not even traded publicly. It was 3 friends from GIT, Georgia Institute of Technology, that developed this thing and are now selling it. Well, they've got massive funding through private equity, and there's all kind of billionaires that are now pumping money into this. It's the employees own part of the company because they get a share of stocks, even though it's not publicly traded. So these employees could get very wealthy, just like the original Amazon employees, just like the original
That's so
PayPal
crazy.
Mafia.
yeah. So our data is being monetized. It's just, we're right on the verge to where your biometrics get monetized,
That goes into the watch.
It's just about time to take a break, but I just want to say that when I was a two-fisted alcoholic over in Houston, I spent a lot of time in specs because they had everything in there. And
Honestly,
if
that's
they're-
where my mind
If
went.
they're sending our data to specs, I think we're pretty safe. Right?
They already had my data.
Yeah, so they got all
Anybody
my
that-
data and money.
Any listeners that are interested in Flock cameras, how it works, you can go
Yeah.
online and download the patent for the Flock cameras. It tells you exactly how it works. It gives you scenarios, missing persons,
I was
criminal
about to say,
history,
One of the comments I was reading today cracked me up because they're like, FYI, there's 2 to 3 grams of gold in one Flock camera.
right?
And like
3 pounds of
hella
copper.
So they were like,
Don't
Take
tell
your
the
easy money, yeah.
crackheads there's $300 worth of heavy metals in the Flock cameras.
Yeah.
So did you see the guy that was giving away the free hack sauce? Yeah, he went to Home Depot and bought out all their hacksaws, and he said, "Look, I just want everyone to know if you don't have a hacksaw, these are really lonely, and you'll be able to find them under every
Everyone.
Flock camera
What's
in town."
crazy, there's some municipalities that can't figure out how to
What's-
turn off the Flock cameras.
I read that today.
They want them out of their city,
Yeah.
so they're putting garbage bags over them.
yeah.
The 300
Black
mil
garbage
black
bags,
garbage
yeah.
bags. And
Yeah.
just they're like, nope, we're done with it. We're not doing this anymore.
All right, with that, we're going to take our first break. When we will
Flock
be
you,
right
Peter
back with Live and Loud from
flock
No
yourself.
Man's Land.
Can we?
Whenever you're ready to be bold, it's time for Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor. Call 337-404-1703. Find them on Facebook or book your appointment through Vagaroo. Whether it's a beautiful cut, the perfect color, or just a fresh update, Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor has you covered. They're right behind Domino's in Leesville at 1614 South 5th Street. And remember, be good to your hair. You wear it every single day. That's Magnolia Lane Beauty Parlor in Leesville. Call 337-404-1703 today.
Let's be honest, you don't want to spend money in a business that smells like an armpit or a dipsty dumpster. Here at Leesville Tattoo, we keep the shop smelling great with the help of Christie's candles. They're so strong, we rarely light them. We just open the lids and let them do their magic. Do your nose and your company a favor. Open some of Christie's candles around your place and make living peaceful a priority. Christie's candles available exclusively at Leesville Tattoos.
Carrie Joe Photo Co. is the only choice when you're serious about preserving those special moments that only happen once in a lifetime. Weddings, engagements, graduations, grand openings, organizations, and events. Carrie Joe Photo Co. are the professionals. Need your event filmed? At Carrie Joe Photo Co., it's not a problem. With hundreds of special events, thousands of painstaking creative hours, and millions of beautiful moments and memories captured, Carrie Joe Photo Co. has all the experience you require when nothing less than the best will do. 337-591-1748. 337-591-1748. Carrie Joe Photo Co. on social media and kmphotoandfilm.com. Don't wait till it's too late to preserve your moment forever with Carrie Joe Photo Co. 337-591-1748 and kmphotoandfilm.com. That's Carrie Joe Photo Co. Bad boy
and skinnies.
Made to order custom burgers with your choice of 4 different types of bread, or get a unburger with no bread. 52 different fresh toppings and 6 cheeses. Even get an egg, bacon, or alligator sausage on top of your custom burger. Locally family owned and operated. Now offering pizzas made to order from all the same toppings from the main menu. Philly cheesesteak custom quarter-pound all beef hot dogs. And fresh salads made to order. Pair it all up with one of those famous shakes or ice cream. That's Fat Boy and Skinnies in Leesville. Bad Boy
and Skinnies.
It's Carrie Joe, and welcome to the Truth Serum. Life is loud, messy, and a little crazy sometimes, and too often it feels like nobody's really hearing us. Like we're talking, but the world's not listening. On top of that, we're surrounded by negativity that tears us down when what we really need is more honesty, more support, and more real conversations that lift us up. So that's what we're doing here. The subjects that feel too dark or off limits, we're talking about them. Those uncomfortable moments you found yourself in and thought, I can't be the only one, we're talking about it. The dangerous, the taboo, the things people would rather sweep under the rug, we're talking about those too. Unfiltered, unashamed, unapologetic, and authentic. This is where the truth lives and where we can finally say the things we've been holding back. So pull up a chair, hit play, and let's talk about it on the Truth Serum with Carrie Joe.
Oh my God. I wanted to reach through that and be like, sir, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Welcome back into Live and Loud from No Man's Land. We got the full crew here, and Elliot's joining us, man. So glad to have you here. Talking about the flock cameras and everything associated with them in this dystopian society that we are running headlong into sooner rather than later. Obviously, they know everything about us, and they shouldn't know shit. And we don't know anything about them other than the fact that they're pedivores. They have no business making any decisions, and they're trying to pass these laws and take our property and ruin our water and our environment. And I don't know about y'all, but I love Louisiana, and I love the swamps, and I love our streams and our lakes and our rivers, and I don't want them going anywhere, and I definitely don't want them being used to mine my fucking data.
Yeah, well, I did learn something today with the election of Miss Lindsey Graham.
Miss Lindsey.
He won?
This fucking guy.
He won his primary.
This guy.
60-something%.
I fucking hate
So
that guy.
voting does not matter.
Well, Elliot, that's your guy, isn't he? Isn't that your state?
No.
No, he's North Carolina.
No?
Aren't you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's South
So-
Carolina.
Yeah, he's South Carolina.
Nancy,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's North Carolina.
Yeah,
Nancy
and we don't
Mace
fuck with
came
him.
in fifth in her primary.
Said, don't put me in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mace came in fifth in her primary.
Motherfucker said, "What did we do in Hiroshima?" Fuck you, bro. What do you mean? Fuck you, dude.
He is all
Evil,
about
man.
some war.
Yeah.
And for a dude to be so beta,
Yeah,
to be
right.
all
it's like
about
what?
some violence.
This is the fucking most pussy. Like, oh
mean-
god, it's just like, and he's like, I'm not homophobic in any way. I'm not. but he's a fucking. Oh my God.
Somebody needs to search his hard drive.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he's into men. Like, why are you in any business being like sending men off to fight in a war?
Right.
You have no business
When you couldn't
whatsoever.
punch your way out of a paper bag. But he gets excited. Whether it's
he's licking his
bombing
lips.
Iran or
Yeah.
bombing Iraq
I mean,
or
he loves it.
bombing
Yeah.
North Korea
Yeah,
or bombing
sadistic.
bloodlust.
He is-
I think that's what he likes. He likes the
He is
sacrifice
all
to
about
Satan,
some war.
right?
Who?
And-
Excess?
No.
Miss
that
Lindsay.
guy's cooked
Another
too.
one?
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham.
Oh, yeah,
Senator
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
Miss Lindsay.
the narrative.
And he's never fought nothing.
no,
No.
no.
Take
I
one
bet,
look
I bet
at
he's
him.
wrestled with some cocks
Well,
before.
yeah.
He's good at
Yeah.
cockfighting, but I doubt he could fight his way out of Mary's salon over there. if he
Ew,
needed
me
to.
and Sarah get him. No.
But the thing is, when we elected Trump, it was to drain the swamp, to get rid of the
And then
swamp
he's buddies
creatures,
with
to
the-
get rid of the deep state, the establishment. I mean, Lindsey Graham was going after Trump for the Russia thing. He was going after Trump for the impeachment. He was dogging him. Now they're
best
golf
friends.
buddies.
Yeah. They
Trump
golf
endorsed
together.
him.
And went to endorsing him.
Dude,
So what's going on there? What is that?
somebody's owned.
Don't you wish we could
Well,
get
yeah,
an answer?
Trump is for sure. But
Somebody's
it's interesting right now. He's going through this this kind of tit for tat with Netanyahu, who just recently broke the.
Yes.
I think that's a game.
Well,
they are too weak in it to death.
There's a couple of ways of looking at this. Like, obviously, the people in and I listen to a lot of Nick Fuentes. Shout out to that guy because he's got a lot of great points. And one of the points he was making was that if Netanyahu looks like he's Israel's top goy, you know what I mean? Their Gollum, so to speak, is like upset with Netanyahu. He's like, dude. Israel's like, well, he's given us everything. Like, why is this guy upset? So the kind of one of the plays that, it seems like Donald Trump is trying to make is like, well, let me make Netanyahu look as bad as possible to the people who support him in Israel,
Right.
where he's at. And another interesting point was I was having a conversation with one of the guys that I play at the game hall with, and what he was saying that like a lot of what Trump is doing right now seems to be almost like he's setting himself up to be the martyr. He, in order to infiltrate, this situation we have, he's got to kind of play along, and be like, I'm on your team. I'm on your team.
Just so he can remain.
And
where
so,
he,
he can reveal to everyone else, this is what's really going on. And if he goes down with it, then so be it. As a martyr would.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting perspective to have, and I really appreciate it. Just even him saying that
sounds
because
like Q-tard shit right there.
Yeah, I don't think Trump knows what he's doing, right? I mean,
I mean,
30.
that sounds good. that would be a
and I've
blessing.
heard,
I hadn't thought about
I've
that
heard that
perspective.
spun like
Really?
he's
That's the first
playing
I've heard.
along.
Me too. That's the
Well, I
first
mean,
I've
you
heard
think
it.
about you can't infiltrate something that you're against,
Right,
even though
right.
I do believe in moral standings.
Right.
But if you're trying to expose it, you have to. It's political.
It's
we
political.
know this. We know
and
this.
how else would we
We're-
even go about that?
We are an occupied nation.
Yes.
And
Oh,
the
for sure.
evidence.
that's never been more clear than now. since
Yes.
Trump has been
Right.
in
Oh
office.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
can't even participate in the UFC match because you
Oh
dropped
yeah,
the I word.
They did Sean
Yeah.
crazy.
I was like, and then to see him go off, that was my favorite
Yeah.
video of the year. He's like,
That's sad.
I'm not Israel enough.
So
yeah.
Trump has announced 30 some odd times we're close to a peace deal.
Sorry guys, I'll be right back. I gotta
Yeah,
step
yeah,
aside.
yeah, yeah.
37.
We're about to make a peace deal. Well, the negotiators for Iran, right? They're talking, negotiating. Israel blows them up.
Yeah.
So they get new negotiators. Trump announces we're pretty close to
And
a
then
peace
boom.
deal. Boom,
Again.
blows them up.
Missiles, yeah.
Yeah. So this has happened over and over and over again. They get close to a peace deal, and then Israel goes into Lebanon or Syria or whatever the case may be to keep this going.
Yeah. And I'm
Undermine Trump.
if that's the case, when are you going to call it out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
all right.
So if
that's enough. well,
Yeah.
I'm not supporting
Why not
y'all
cut
no
him
more
off,
because y'all
right?
are not listening. You keep bombing after I'm trying to get a peace
Yeah.
deal.
No
and
more missiles, no more bombs, no more money,
2
no
weeks.
more-
Mike Johnson just got that bill passed where they're going to give Israel and Ukraine more shit,
Yeah.
more money.
Yeah. Well, with the Defense Authorization Act, Article 224, it's going to merge
the merging.
the American military and the Israeli military. And I'm not picking on Israel.
And
But-
their infrastructure.
No, honestly,
don't
you're
think-
just stating facts. I mean,
don't
anybody can look
think
this up.
The American military ought to be merged with anybody. We are supposed to be a sovereign nation.
Yeah.
So whether it's Israel, Russia, Germany, Britain,
Well, and it's
France,
like
Australia,
there's
no, Japan,
almost-
nobody.
It's almost like our military is scared to speak out. Like
Yeah.
I watched
Dude,
a
yeah,
video,
I watched that where the guy wouldn't
and that
say
he
that.
would
Yeah.
not say.
Yes.
And it's
America
like,
first.
dude,
Yeah, he
you're
would
an
not say America
American.
first.
Like, what's up with that?
Well,
That was sad.
And
yeah,
I-
it
That was
was.
scary.
Can you? I'd like to see that. Can you pull it up? Or
I heard a theory that
I know I saved it. I think
because they now know
you sent it to
I
me. I was
sent
about
it
to say
to
he has the video.
Netanyahu wrote the language for Article 224. But
Throw
the
him in the
theory
group. No.
that I heard that I was listening to these guys discuss it online is that the boomers are Israel 1st all the way.
They
They're
don't
not
have
going
a
to question
choice.
it.
Yeah.
They're not going to. But the younger generation, Israel has never been more
well,
unpopular.
we're not playing along.
So their idea is to merge the military so no matter how unpopular it gets, we can't be separated. We can't be divorced.
And I mean, I hate it because I feel bad for that generation because it was literally beat in their heads.
Yeah.
To
Oh, yeah,
support
there's a
them.
most
big
proper
country,
guys.
so-
Support
Yeah,
them,
big
yeah.
country.
yeah, I love this guy.
Yeah, they're the most propagandized generation that has ever been.
I had a lady come in. Her and I used to go to church together. And I know she's been to Israel. She's went over there a few times. They enjoy that. Well, I said, "Did you see what they're having this month?" And she said, "What?" I said,
Okay,
"At the
right.
Dead Sea, the Sea of Galilee." And she was like, "Well, what?" So I pulled up the video and I said, "The Promised Land has become the Pride Land."
Oh man!
And she's like, "You're kidding me." So I let her watch the video. She hands it back, and I said, "I don't guess your preacher talked about that now, did he?" She said, "No. This is literally the first time I've ever heard that."
Well, here's the thing.
And I'm
is,
like,
they unfortunately, they think that this country is pro Christ. Like they're Christian. Like
They
are
literally don't believe.
they're of God.
Yeah.
Right? But they hate Christ.
They talk about him like living in.
They won't even say his name.
Yeah.
They call him J.C. Penney.
They talk
mean-
like he's like boiling in excrement.
And
Yeah,
semen.
yeah.
That's all in their book.
Yeah,
And-
the Talmud.
Well, and it goes back to the Old Testament. The Israelites, God brought them out of Egypt, was giving them the Promised Land. I remember reading. Moses is going up to get the 10 Commandments. He comes back down. They done had a golden calf.
they've already got
They're
a golden
already
calf.
doing idolatry just right off the
Yeah.
bat. So they're
Sacrificing
a type
children.
of people that unfortunately is so easily swayed.
But
And you see it happen generation after generation.
At
Yeah.
some point, the idea of the Israelites got merged with the state of Israel.
Yes.
Yes.
That's like saying
Well, I didn't read 1948
The
Israel
American
in
government-
Genesis.
Well, the people that came from Eastern Europe, right, from Poland and
Right,
all those
right.
places that
Mm-hmm.
came over there asking for asylum, there was Israelites and Jewish people already living in Palestine
Mm-hmm.
with the Palestinians in the ancient Lebanon where Christ walked,
Mm-hmm.
and they were there already. The people that came over were the new Jews, the Ashkenazi,
that different sect.
that different sect that
Yeah.
had been kicked out of Europe over 1,000 times and
Nobody-
was pushed to the
nobody wanted
borderlands.
them, yeah.
Right.
and that's why DNA testing is illegal.
Is illegal.
Oh, yeah.
And the main benefactor or the main person that instigated the new Jerusalem, the new Israel, was Lord Rothschild in the
it
Balfour
was a
Declaration.
huge Zionist
He's a big.
movement.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. It's the Zionist movement. It's
That's
not.
what I'm
It's
saying.
the
If
Zionists
churches
have taken over
actually-
the actual Jewish faith. The Zionists are using the Jews as a front to
push that
agenda.
Yeah.
And they can get away with things that they're doing behind the scenes because, hey, you can't be anti-Jewish. We're God's chosen
bless
people.
us and you'll be
I know
blessed.
Cody's looking at me like, come on, man, talk about something else.
Well, no, I was just gonna say is, as a Jew, the only one pushing me is my wife.
Well, this is off subject, but we only get fed what they want us to see. Whether
On
it's
that
the
same
night
note, because I
news.
was about to interrupt earlier, but hold your thought because you're talking about the 10 Commandments and what's in the Bible, and we know a guy wrote the King James version to make himself a king and all this. But it reminds me of that movie with Mel Brooks where he says, "Here I have the 15 commandments," and he drops one and he goes, "The 10 commandments."
Correction.
Yeah, correction. 10.
Right.
So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up.
Well, when I said the boomers are the most propagandized generation, they grew up on Walter Cronkite. Nobody knew if Walter Cronkite was a liberal or a conservative,
Or a
if he was
pedo.
Democrat or a pedo. They just didn't know.
Probably
He
a
just
pedo.
read the news, and so
you just read whatever
they
fed to you.
Yeah, they just developed this trust.
The
But
news program.
Yeah.
Programming.
younger
Television.
generations, and the younger you get, the more you question the narrative. I was actually talking to Shelley about what's going on in Ireland right now.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And she fully thinks this is the Hegel effect. In other words, they have an objective, so they're going to introduce a problem to implement the solution they've
yeah.
already
Right.
designed.
To crack down on them.
So, whether it was
It's odd that they let 'em go so far.
Yeah, Henry
Right.
being stabbed to death. This mentally challenged person almost being beheaded. I mean,
Was
he
it, that was a
stabbed his eye out.
Belfast?
Yeah,
yeah.
this was
He
in Belfast.
held
He
him
got
down.
beheaded.
Yeah. No, they tried to behead
Yeah.
him. He's in
now
critical
he's
condition.
in critical
Oh, okay.
condition.
I
He
thought
stabbed
but
his
yeah.
eye out,
Yeah.
and I mean,
But he's
But-
also mentally challenged.
yeah, he's not altogether there. Between the rape gangs that are occurring,
Well, and it tells you what
So-
you need to know because they've got flock cameras.
Yeah.
So
Every-
Well,
Shelley.
and that's what I was about
Yeah,
to say. I
everyone's
know
surveilled.
you started out with this is totally off subject, but not really. It all
Right.
plays in.
So it's this narrative they're trying to paint, trying to create.
This is why
And
we
her
need.
thing is, this is why we need digital ID. This is why there's an immigration problem. But they're the ones that
Created it.
the immigration problem.
Yeah.
No different than our country,
Yep.
right?
What is-
All
It's
Western
not the
countries did
immigrants'
this.
fault.
No.
Right? It's not the Somalians' fault, the Somalians in Minnesota.
They opened that border, and I think the number was
They
like
paid for
144.
them to get here.
I agree, but
Yeah.
that fraud is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
The
Well-
Somalians are cooking the government up there.
Oh, well, it's everybody. It doesn't matter if they're Somalians, Haitians, you name it.
Everybody's got their hand in that cookie jar.
Look at the New
Yeah.
York apartment housing situation. Or, just pick a city, right? They
If I'd have known, maybe
flooded
I wouldn't be struggling so
the
much.
cities. And they're giving them, health care, transportation, food allowances, and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, they have
Yeah.
to prop them up, right? And then they have to give us a reason to get mad
Well,
and get upset.
yeah. And
And it creates a division tactic.
Yeah, and I was, if you, why are they doing this? Well, in Agenda 2021, Agenda 2030, there is a goal to eliminate poverty worldwide. Well, there's
will
not
own
enough
nothing and be happy.
resources, right, to lift the bottom half of the
So
people
you gotta-
to first world status. It's much easier to bring the first world status closer to third world status. So how best to do that other than bring third world into the first world? They don't have the pride, they don't have the history, they don't have the emotional attachment to that country they're in. All they know is what they've grown up with.
Right.
And they're going to bring that to wherever you
Right.
land them, whether it's Germany,
Right.
England, United States, you name it.
Right.
But that's why these NGOs, the non-government agencies, which are actually just government agencies operating on a front of a civilian organization,
Said psych.
yeah,
Oh, man.
to implement these, they know what they're doing.
Right. It's all a plan.
Yeah.
It's all a
Nothing's
plan.
just happening
Nothing's just happening.
by
And it also
happenstance.
keeps. I hate to make it like Republican Democrat, but it also keeps the Democrats in power. A lot of their voter base are these
Right.
immigrants who are coming in, and and just voting whoever. Hey, these guys are giving me money.
But yeah,
And
you
it
paid
creates
for me to
it
come.
creates a
yeah.
division though.
Yeah.
It creates that dialect.
reinforces
It
the
reinforces the
tribal.
tribalness.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Right. So off subject, I'm going to change the subject just a little bit. Have y'all seen the Lego videos about the American
they're
Indians
Cooking.
and the,
I haven't
Turtle
seen
Island?
that one.
I haven't seen the
Turtle Island.
No, I hadn't seen that.
I'd
one.
heard about Turtle Island a couple years ago, and it is what the Native Americans apparently were this highly sophisticated culture, right? They weren't nomadic wild men living in the forest eating each other. They had a huge network of byways and highways and trade routes, and they were all down South America, all the way up to Canada. I mean, it's a huge nation of people that lived here, right? Prior to us coming over.
Mm-hmm.
So they had what they all called was Turtle Island. That was North America, Canada, and all that.
Right.
Well, once the people from Germany, Vespucci or whatever, had to rewrite the maps and erase what the ancient culture of the Native Americans called because it was so accurate.
Wow.
And they should not have had the technology to have that knowledge.
Right.
With the ridge line of the back of the turtle being the Rocky Mountains, and then the paws of the turtle being, Greenland and Alaska and Florida and
wow.
Baja.
Looking at
Right?
that.
They shouldn't have had that knowledge.
Right.
So it's
And so they couldn't
Kind of-
understand how these people were so
that.
sophisticated and so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And so Lego movies are all, it's like 9.5 minute long thing. And the Iranians, man, they're spitting the
I haven't
freaking.
seen that one.
Going there. I haven't seen that
truth,
either,
bro.
but
I'll
yeah,
have to-
I want to.
yeah, I'll
I
have to
want to
go-
see it.
Oh,
Well,
man, I'm going to show y'all the Lego videos.
There's evidence that the history we have been taught, we have been
Oh,
told, we have been
yeah.
fed is not accurate.
So
So
not even in the slightest.
No,
No.
when they
It was a
those
narrative.
mounds that she was talking about the last time.
right.
Yeah.
Those mounds all play into all this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
When they tested the mummies from Egypt, they found tobacco and cocaine in their system,
interesting.
and a lot of it, not just a little bit, not just like, I'm going to take a puff, I'm going to snort a line. It was a lot of
How'd you get
tobacco and cocaine.
back then?
Well, it only grew in South America.
Yeah.
So
How did it get over to-
there had to be some kind of trade
Trade route.
network.
yeah
There had to be some
to
mechanism
get-
to get it
To Egypt.
to
yeah.
Egypt from South America,
Is
from
that the
Central
greater
America.
Mesopotamian area there, like where Egypt and all that? Okay.
yeah. The fertile.
Yeah.
But it's crazy if you go back and think about it, like you were saying, everything is a lie. Every bit of
Yeah.
our
Well, they want you
everything
to
is a
single bit
lie.
of
believe
it.
that everybody lived
Nothing
in a
is
city
real.
and
Yeah.
nothing, you just were in a city or you were in your little township, but there had to have been trade. I mean, if that got
Absolutely.
there,
Yeah. Well, Bluetooth, the Bluetooth devices, right? The name Bluetooth comes from a Viking that bridged all of these settlements into countries, built bridges over rivers and fjords and connected distant places.
so in essence,
That's why
like
the Bluetooth signal looks
is-
like it does, because that's an ancient Viking system.
It's a Viking
It's a ruin.
A ruin,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So there was definitely more going on than what they tell us. And, I realize I'm an older generation, but when I was in school, this narrative, trust the science. Well, I was brought up, the scientific method is question everything,
Mhm, yeah.
until
Test it
you
and
can't
look at
poke
it.
holes in it
Yeah.
Right.
anymore.
It's a theory until it's proven.
Yeah. And it's why I love sitting around talking to y'all guys, because like Turtle Island and, the mounds and, when y'all tell me things I've never been exposed to or I hadn't heard of, or maybe it just popped up on my radar for half a second, I go home and for the next 3 nights,
Oh,
I'm
a
like
deep dive.
trying
yeah.
to find books. and
Honestly, my husband, after
papers and-
every podcast, it's hard for me to go to sleep because I'm digesting like so much. He's
Right.
like, "Why are you going to bed at 2?" I'm like, "You have no idea what we talked about."
yeah,
I was like, I'm trying to make notes.
this conversation.
It goes deeper and deeper too. I mean, there's evidence to suggest that Egypt was originally here in the United States,
Yes, because
which is crazy to think about.
so I watched a video and I actually took notes, but I hadn't went back to it. But it was on what you're talking about, like there's so many cities like
Grand
Memphis, on down.
In the Grand Canyon, they
Grand
found.
Canyon, they found
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And a lot of that's been sealed off. And you can't
Yeah, there
even
might
Go
be
for-
portals in the Grand Canyon.
Gopher Wood,
insane.
which is what the
Egyptian
ark
stuff.
was made
Oh,
out
yeah,
of,
Gopher Wood.
was indigenous to Florida,
Right,
the southern states there. So there's that argument as well.
I think the Mississippi River was at one point considered the Nile.
Nile,
I think
yeah.
the actual Nile in Africa isn't divided into 7.
I was about to say Mississippi
7
River is the only
different-
one that has the 7 estuaries that bank off of it.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
they
See,
take that
right there.
theory and place it
Literally.
over the United States, and I'm like, whoa, what did I just watch? Because
Y'all
it
just-
does line up.
So
Y'all
now
just
you
gave
have
me
to
an
literally
earworm.
question everything.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I'm often, especially lately, I'm just backing away and I'm just like, I go back into let me just focus on God because
Yeah.
this is too much,
Now,
It-
we talked about that one time because it's so much to digest, and a lot of times we have to take a few days off too because we're like, I can't. It's
Yeah.
just, it's too much.
and on top of that, they're eating children. So like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like the emotional charge is just it gets to me so
That's why we
often.
say all the time, we aren't angry enough.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
people
we're
are
not
not
angry enough.
angry
I
enough.
don't know. I mean,
Because when you have a moral compass and you're working off of God, that's wrong. Like that is not. That's not of God.
and there's no justice.
No.
Yeah.
And it's being covered up.
Yeah.
And we're being lied to. And we're being forced into a
nobody's
narrative.
coming to save us. You're not
But
going to
yeah, we're the ones that need surveillance.
Yeah,
like
right. Exactly.
where's
You
your
guys-
flock camera?
You seen the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just rewatched it last night, and it was fantastic on how easily it showed how easily
It
the
can
government,
happen.
they'll just
Yeah.
completely write the script, make you believe that you're going to go do something for your country, and then meanwhile
Turn the script on you.
you were the point of you were the one that they were going to throw under the bus the entire
So
time.
Thomas Crooks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure who that is.
Well,
That's the guy that
should know.
supposedly shot Donald Trump's ear.
there's
Okay.
nothing.
His devices
are
are
got
linked.
wiped.
Well, they're linked to certain people that also show up in the FBI building.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly there was a van
Yep.
with explosives, and he had some sort of a trigger device. All that went away.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was uninterested into who this guy was. Within hours, the FBI had a team up there pressure washing the roof
Yeah.
of all the evidence up there.
So crazy. And how he got up there.
Well, they also concreted the assassination site of
Charlie
Kirk.
Kirk. Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all have done a deep dive into the factory that makes the highly explosive miniature things in Tennessee that blew up like 2 weeks after that happened.
the microphone
killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, the lavalier
Killed
Yeah.
a bunch of
killed a
workers.
bunch of people. Yep.
Yeah. The whole when you take this in the aggregate, nothing ever changes. Nobody's held accountable. Bill Gates was testifying behind closed
Behind
doors.
closed doors.
That
and
should be
apparently
public.
they're going to release.
That's not called testifying. That's called planning.
Yeah, right.
Well, they made a
He was
mistake with
telling
Larry
them
Wexner.
what he was going to do.
When they let him speak and everybody got to see, and then that lawyer leaned over and says, if you say another word, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, that was a crazy video.
That right?
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Because he's actively saying, well, we're working for the Rothschilds.
But he's still up walking around.
Yeah,
he's
nobody-
still
He was at
free
the
as a-
Knicks game.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
A lot of people think Epstein's not dead.
all of
Oh,
these
no.
people.
I was watching
yeah.
that last night.
How
Yeah.
convenient,
There's so much evidence.
So if you have
video
enough
goes
money,
down.
if you run in the right circles, if nothing. So how
All right, so this all goes back to the Rothschilds.
how can you have faith in a system that continuously every time no matter who you vote for, the same it's the same movie, just different actors, right? It doesn't matter.
At this point, it's
Who
the
gets
same movie,
elected?
same actors.
Yeah,
Did y'all
right?
see the election
they
in
don't have
Los
an age
Angeles?
cap.
Oh my
Yeah.
The
gosh.
woman conceded the election. She went on CNN, conceded the election.
And lo and behold,
And lo and behold, every single mail-in vote was for her. And now
she
she's in a
swept
runoff.
past.
Yep, swept past.
You talking about the
other guy.
mayor?
Yeah, the mayor of
election?
Los Angeles.
Oh, Spencer.
Yeah.
This-
Rat.
This is where, for me, it gets a little interesting because, like I was saying earlier, technology is a tool. it can be used for
Good,
either good or evil. And there's a lot of hidden technologies that are primed for the world to be able to take advantage of. But it's like, how do we use what we have now to fight what? Because if we just shut everything off, then it goes and we go black again, right? Where there's no electricity, no technology. Well, the odds of this happening again, if these people are still in secret, right, operating in secret, are so much higher than if we have a means of, if everybody is capable of using technology to create those same checks and balances that were so foundational to the creation of this country. I had an idea, with businesses here in Leesville that I was kind of interested in for a little while, where it was like a kind of a digital town hall where businesses are communicating with each other and with the public to like help promote more of their whatever sales you guys are like having and stuff like that. And it's a way for the city itself to be interconnected and to be communicating on a local basis and to kind of like localize the economy even more so that there's more money circulating within,
like establishing community all over again
within Leesville. And then there's like ways to verify that you live here. There's more it's more efficient in certain ways, and as long as it's open source for the entire city to be able to use, then it's a lot harder for corruption to seep into something like that.
Well, there's a huge reason why the politicians over across the pond want to ban X and get rid of Elon Musk.
Yeah.
It isn't the content, it's the noticing.
Yeah. Well, and institutions of authority, they have been in place, active, and doing the same thing before the technology was available.
Oh, yeah.
And they hate open source. They don't like anything that's
you
open
can't
source.
control it.
Exactly.
You can't keep your thumb on it.
So, they don't like this dangerous freedom. They don't like feral liberty. They want you contained. They want you
Controlled.
Yep. Look what you made me do.
And look, because right now, the Protestants and the Catholics are now united over there.
Oh yeah.
They don't want that at all.
But, in the system, they'll let you march around and throw some stuff and hang some signs. But until you are tearing down the machines that are making them, until you are disrupting the,
Like I said, the only thing they understand is violence.
So.
And then it's your fault at the end of the day. When you retaliate. And that's aggravated me the whole time with, you can get in trouble for revolting, per se. And you can have a quiet revolt and still be arrested because you're causing a havoc. But they never ask you, why are you revolting?
Right.
It's never that question.
I don't know if you saw the thing with Jeff Bezos. He was telling the interviewer, why is a nurse in New York that makes $75,000 a year paying taxes?
Yeah.
He knows the pitchforks are.
They're coming out. I saw a panel of billionaires
that
that was talking about redistribution of wealth because they're scared to death.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be the redistribution of wealth. It needs to be our sovereignty, our liberty. We need to control our destiny.
That's why they're going to throw out UBI.
Yeah.
Universal basic income, because that's the way to placate
that
mass.
earlier.
And that gets interesting too, because when you get into understanding more and more about Bitcoin and where it came from, there's some people that are starting to suggest that it was created by the CIA and that it's like this
CIA, Mossad.
It's a psychological operation, whatever. For more control, but the beauty of Bitcoin specifically is that it's the only digital currency that can't be controlled. You can take it offline and have it on like a flash drive or something, and no one can ever have access
storage
to that Bitcoin. Whereas like a central bank digital currency is something that can be controlled, can be, they can stop you from buying something.
Well, they can also make more of it.
Yeah.
And so
Bitcoin is finite.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's only going to be so much mined.
Exactly.
That why it's
and they're
so
buying
much
it. They're buying it all up. Larry Fink is buying all of it. BlackRock is buying all of it,
and
and
they're selling Bitcoin ETF. They're not selling Bitcoin itself.
right. They
They're
don't want you to
selling
buy
a derivative.
They don't want you to have the actual Bitcoin.
Right. And the way they're going to sell the universal income, the digital currency, they're going to tell everybody, look, cash is dirty. Criminals use it. Only criminals use cash.
That's black market.
Cash
yeah.
has, They're going to dirty up cash.
You got to demonize it.
And they're going to tell people, look, adopt the digital currency and we'll wipe your debt. Your student loans, your medical debt, your mortgages.
That's exactly how they're going to do it.
They're going to do a reset.
Yeah.
You know.
Come into our playground.
There's a pastor that thinks that the UBI push for that is going to come in with the mark of the
The mark.
beast.
Yes. Yeah.
So
And
that
I've
you
heard
will
that.
not be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you take the UBI mark.
Right. Well, and there's always a pushback, right? It doesn't matter what society you look at, there is always a shadow economy. And if you talk to most economists that understand economics, you cannot have a legitimate society economy without a shadow economy, without an underground economy.
Some way of bartering or, yeah.
An intelligent economist in the government is like any one in the Pentagon that's actually read The Art of War.
Yeah, because I literally heard an economist the other day that was like, we're doing good. Credit card spending up. And I'm like, oh my God, do you know why? Because we don't have cash.
Yeah,
Nobody has
nobody has
money.
any extra
Everybody's
money.
broke.
But he said it with a smile on his face. And I'm like, get out
Yeah.
of
Well,
here.
they have to keep it up. They have
yeah,
to keep
yeah.
the game up.
And that's Trump saying, we want to keep the housing prices up.
Yeah.
What?
You
Are
got to
you
keep the
kidding
game
me?
going, man, until they decide to pull the card.
Well, you
Yeah.
have
Don't
to keep
care,
financing
just don't
those.
do that before June 29th.
You just have to
Sign
keep
off on mine.
financing those poisonous groceries you're buying.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Did you see them talking about injecting collagen into like shrimp and injecting all these different substances into meat to increase the weight? I mean, there's certain meats you buy, it's basically just glue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they glued it
it's-
together. Honestly,
Yeah.
they'll take bits and pieces. There was a truck that came to town. I think it was about 2 years ago.
Selling the steaks.
Premium meats.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Well, that whole beyond beef and imaginary meat and, fake, it's basically the same process as cancer.
Yeah.
They're taking cells and activating the cells to multiply and culturing these things and then selling them to you as meat. Meanwhile, Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland.
Oh,
In China.
He said something, and I don't even remember when, but I was watching a video with it the other day, and he was talking about, and it got brought up because Sarah had went and picked up medication, and
Right.
she was like, the pharmacist pulled me to the side and asked me, because she noticed I didn't have my vaccines up to date, and I said, whoa, how
How'd
did
you
she
know
know
that?
that?
Right.
And she's
Right.
like, I don't know. But she offered me a tetanus shot. Of course, Sarah, I got bit by a squirrel. I'm going to be fine.
Right.
But I was like, how did she know that?
Yeah.
That blew my mind. But I was telling her, I said, well, Sarah, I wouldn't take a vaccine if you paid me to.
No.
Yeah,
I
at this
said,
point, no.
At this point, because I said,
None of them.
I watched that video with Bill Gates, and he was talking about there's 8 billion people in the world, okay? And maybe more, whatever. But he was talking about through the expansion of healthcare and vaccines, how we would be able to drop the population by 15 to 20%. What does that even mean? What does that mean?
It means exactly
doesn't
what you think it means.
make sense. Yeah.
Why was he? What's the Africa
That's where I was
country?
going.
He got kicked out.
Yeah.
And he's facing
Yeah.
charges.
That's why they go into these poor countries, into Africa, and they vaccinate the whole people.
And they have a real problem with Africa because I don't remember which president it was during the COVID thing, but he came out and he said, these don't work. And they tested a tree and it came back positive.
Yeah,
and he
marijuana.
tested a goat and it came back and he said, we're not doing this to our population.
Yeah.
No, these
It's
guys
not
are
accurate.
liars. And
Yeah.
they're-
Well,
Yeah.
Bill Gates is on trial right now in Denmark, Amsterdam. And one of the things his defense team argued in court is that COVID was no more dangerous than the flu.
Oh, well, then why'd you make us sit inside for
Right.
a couple months?
All right, so if you ever want to do a weird deep dive, look into the Spanish flu
Right.
and where that came from
Yeah.
and how that started.
Well, it came from the Spanish.
The Spanish
We
got
know
it.
where
Right,
it come from.
right,
So
right.
it's like Spanish flu, Spanish fly. You want to get a girl horny, you give her some Spanish fly. You want to kill some
Have you
folks, you
seen
give them a
that-
Spanish
Have
flu.
you seen that meme where Bill Gates says, putting vaccines into meat, into the food supply is a good way to vaccinate those that have vaccine hesitancy.
Yeah.
And then the
Yes.
response was, just like putting roofies into a girl's drink is a
Right.
good way to,
That's against the law.
decrease sex hesitancy.
Yeah.
This guy's got to be in jail. He's got to go to jail. This
Yeah.
is
Wouldn't
insane.
you-
Well, that's what's crazy is like how much control and power he has, and
Yeah.
he is delusional in my opinion.
All of
We
them
got
are.
to sit behind a closed door today and talk about his ties with Epstein and
It's
what he
just
was
an-
doing over there with the little girls.
Now, if that was you and I, we would have a public courtroom. Like,
oh, they would
I
have
mean,
me and you in prison.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
Or a
wouldn't be
firing
able
squad.
to
Yeah.
walk out of that courtroom.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
Well, y'all notice Lindsey Graham ain't in the Epstein files.
Yeah. Well,
That should tell you
that's-
everything you need to know.
I want to see
Surprising.
the ones that they hadn't released. I want to see the ones
That's,
That's
where
what I was
they're
saying.
at.
So
Oh,
far,
stop.
that
There's
was
only
no-
3 million of them. Get
That's-
over it. Let's
that's-
move
You
on.
get
That's what they were
million, you
talking
get a
about.
million, and I'll get a
Those
million.
files would destroy
It
the
would
current
bring
paradigm.
down the
good. Let's do it.
They
Well,
can't.
like I
and,
said-
and it would
Your
completely
terms are
destroy the
acceptable.
United States economy. The everything,
Yep.
everybody would revolt.
Yep.
We would be in
Yep.
the dark ages in a
Every-
day.
Yep.
Wow,
Everybody's on
we've
the
been
verge
lied
of
to.
revolt. Well, the
I'm
thing
cool
is,
with that.
it would destroy their economy. It would
Well,
destroy
that's what I was about to say.
their democracy.
They would
They
fall.
would be fine.
Look, I've been on the struggle bus for a while. It don't hurt me.
Right?
Right.
I'm used to
Well,
riding with the window down.
Right. when you have $6 trillion in derivatives invested in ABC, that's not the real economy, right? That why does Wall Street keep going up? Why does Wall Street keep making money when most parents can't afford? It's cheaper for them to go to name the drive-through window than go to the grocery store and buy healthy meals.
Yeah, I watched that documentary the other day. It was a family of 5. It's cheaper for them to go eat at the value menu literally every day versus going to the grocery store and buying healthy food. I think that's honestly what bugged me the most about Michelle, because she pushed for healthy food, but you never made it affordable so that everyone could. You took the Coke machines out. I'm all for it. I
Right,
enjoy
right.
people being healthy, but when it's not attainable, it's just going to fall
Well,
on deaf
you don't-
ears.
You don't have a problem until you have a health problem, right? Everything else is just a challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's, you name it, something with your house going crazy, your car acting up, your
Right.
yard's doing something funny, you've got some banking issues, whatever. Those are just challenges. You don't have a problem till you have a health issue.
that you,
That's real.
yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
So if you're eating shit, if you're injecting shit into your body,
You
if
are
you're,
what you eat.
yeah, and you are what you consume. The idea that we can't take care of each other, that we're going to be in trouble if Wall Street collapses or the institutions of authority fall, and we're going to be okay.
I was about
We're
to
going to
say,
be fine,
when
right?
that happens, we always pull together. Here.
And that's what they don't understand. Like,
One of the reasons why I stayed here in Leesville is because Leesville will be okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
But there's a lot of major cities that are absolutely going to fall into chaos.
Can you imagine the
immediately.
chaos?
you couldn't pay me
Elliot,
enough money to live in Dallas.
What
or
I've
Chicago
said since because you're right. I'm not going to let anybody in this room starve when it all
Not on my
collapses.
watch.
We're all going to be fine. What the idiots in the cities don't realize, because they always talking about, well, we're just going to come out there. You're surrounded, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in a zoo and you're surrounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people that know how to shoot aren't in the zoo.
Yeah.
We're out where you're
We're
thinking
out-
about going.
Yeah. And the people who have the food,
Right.
who have the animals, who have the know-how.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not in the city.
And
Nope.
That's-
it goes so much deeper that I don't think city dwellers understand.
Right.
Well, you walk in a grocery store and you get your food. I mean, I
Yeah.
have a garden. You have a garden.
Yeah, well,
You can't. You don't have that luxury when you live in a concrete.
Yeah, my son burned his
Metropolis,
hand, and I just put out a simple request: does anybody have aloe vera? Within 30 minutes.
You should have texted me. I got a
Yeah.
little plant.
I had
right
aloe
there.
vera. You know, I was like, anybody have tomato? You said you had tomato. I have tomato
Yeah.
plants. You
Yeah.
know, like it is a communal.
That's what I just seen Troy's aunt. They do a big garden every year, and she put this, probably pounds of tomatoes on there for free because they have so much,
Right.
And they do that.
So
they do that yearly.
Donald Trump signed an executive order to allow Palantir to take over the
Nation's food
nation's
supply.
food supply. So what's going to happen is when they decide to collapse the system, they're going to basically allocate and
What you
funnel
Yeah.
supplies, take from the farms
Yeah.
and the major producers and all that, and they're going to funnel it into a more rigorous, controlled narrative so that people will be standing in line, ready to get whatever they need to get food.
And
Because that's how you
possibly
control
be
people.
turned down
yeah.
because you've had that ration for the week.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I know red meat.
And you take it away from
a lot of
the
people away from
outlying
that.
communities and you give to the inter communities.
I saw a thing not too long ago where they were talking about the electric vehicles, and they said, really the only other thing that we're working on that would combat or compete with an electric vehicle is these vehicles that use organic material. And I went, well, congratulations, you invented the fucking horse.
Right. Yeah.
That's where horsepower comes
Yeah,
from.
yeah. I mean, it eats grass, it poops it. It's completely organic,
Organic,
and
yeah.
it's
I was
transportation.
about to say, you can,
Yeah.
I mean,
I've thought about riding mine to town.
Yeah. You're right. There's
We had a guy who was I work at the gas station, and right outside he was passed out with his horse just eating the grass in the, right there in front of ShopRite because I guess he had drank too much at the bar, and it was the coolest thing because his
Still
horse
the
is
West,
just like
you're Wild West.
he's passed out, and the horse is literally standing right next to him, almost like protecting
He's not
him.
going to leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
He's
just
used to him
eating
doing
grass,
that.
chilling. Oh yeah, it's not his first time.
yeah,
Not his
he's,
first time.
yeah.
this
And
horse
his-
has
his
been
horse-
trained.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's like, he'll get up here in a
I
minute.
bet his horse is named Whiskey.
Yeah, probably.
I had
There
a-
was always two guys that they had Tennessee Walkers, and you could hear those horses coming down that blacktop. But they would park them right there at Lebo's, go in and get them something to drink and hop back on them.
That's wild. I had a friend in high school. He courted his high school sweetheart. They married, but by giving her backstrap. So how
That
many
would have
times
won me over too. I'm not gonna lie, I am a sucker for backstrap.
How many times have you had family friends call you up? Hey, we caught a mess of fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got whatever.
Y'all come over, we're frying fish.
Yeah, and so
That concept is so foreign to so many people. It's funny because you don't have to be online very long and see some of the conversations from people that, they have no idea where food actually comes from. They think it literally comes from the store.
Yeah.
Green beans come from a can.
Yeah.
Meat comes
They've
from a package.
never picked peas before.
Right.
My
And
5-year-old's coming to grips with that. Wait a second. I ate chicken?
yeah.
The same chicken?
You talking about the chicken that runs
most
around the house?
most people, if they knew how the sausage was made, they'd never eat sausage again.
Never
Yeah.
eats a sausage.
And God forbid they had to make it themselves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people are going to be in big trouble when the system collapses, and a lot of people aren't.
I was about to say I've been buying a lot of books because the internet is great, but if that ever goes down, everything I have on
When it goes
Pinterest,
down.
it's
Or when you
I
decide
won't
to
have
take yourself
that
out of that.
knowledge at my fingertips. So I've been buying homesteading books, just a
Nice.
lot of books. So I got you guys if you ever need anything.
Nice.
Well, just remember the toilet paper shortage. Mary's got lots of books.
Hey, that's knowledge.
Y'all were talking about pharmacies, and this slipped my mind. I've got a friend that lived in Columbia. He may still live there, but Columbia, their pharmacies, you don't need a prescription. You just go to the pharmacy.
That's like in Mexico.
and
You
let
don't
them
need-
know.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
what you want.
I need Imodium. I need
Yeah.
Percocets. I need
Yeah.
anti-inflammatories, and they give them to you $3 and you're gone. Well,
Yeah.
that arose out of necessity because there's so many rural communities. There is no doctor. There's no healthcare. The pharmacy is that link, but they don't have this web you have to go through. Like you were talking about, Sarah shows up and hey, you don't
Yeah.
have your vaccines.
Yeah.
They don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
You just show up and go, I got a bad headache, I stubbed my toe, I broke my finger, whatever, and they write you they give you the medicine you need. but that takes some faith and responsibility.
Right. If you saw
Yeah.
somebody coming in for 3 days straight for Percocet, it'd be like, hey, buddy.
Yeah. But, if you take Percocet for 3 days straight in the Colombian jungle, you're probably going to die.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll work itself out.
Exactly. Yeah.
You'll
But
eventually
that's-
come down.
That's why they don't really have a drug trade there.
Yeah.
Inside of that, because
Yeah.
there's really
Exactly.
why you get it off the shelf.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is fun, but I can't be doing this
I don't
all
know.
the time.
Did y'all see? This is off subject, talking about things taking care of itself. Did y'all see the guy that ran from the law, jumped off the bridge into the
No.
bayou?
Here?
Yeah, he
No.
he took off to escape law enforcement. Well, they found him.
In an alligator?
Went to
Right.
a hospital. An alligator chewed his arms up. He escaped the
Oh,
alligator.
my God.
But yeah, so the sheriff's department made a plaque for Officer Al E. Gator. And it has this
He was
whole
trying to
meme
capture him.
from it. Yeah, but he jumped off this bridge into the bayou into
Man.
yeah.
What did he
became
do
gator
that like
bait.
was
I think
so
it was a
bad?
DUI.
Oh man, come on.
That's what it was.
Now he probably can't drive the rest of his
It
life.
was probably like his 8th DUI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
literally.
T-Rex arms.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's what I'm wondering. Was he drunk when he jumped?
Probably so.
Self-driving
Probably.
cars will take care of all that. Don't worry.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
don't
Yeah.
worry. It'll
We'll
shut
keep
it
you
down.
safe.
Yeah.
Open the streets.
Guys, we've gone long here as we normally do. We're so good at doing this. So of course, it's just about time for final thoughts from everybody and to wrap up the show. Again, I want to remind everyone: please like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. I also want to thank all of our listeners. And guys, I was looking at the numbers. This last week, we were down to 10% viewership in the United States. It was up everywhere else. But yeah, there was only about 10 to 12% of our viewers and listeners were in the U.S. So,
Open the streets.
so thank you to everyone overseas listening to us. Thank you to everybody listening to us. And I guess we should thank YouTube for doing the translate thing because
Yeah,
that's
that's pretty
really
neat.
that's really when the overseas numbers started blowing up. So I want to thank them for that. But everybody, will go around the table and get some final thoughts. Again, like and subscribe, share, tell your friends about it, especially if they're like-minded. And even if they're not, man, we'd love to hear from you. If you have a different perspective or opinion, send us a message, leave a comment, anything like that. I promise we won't bite your head off. We're pretty civilized, even if your opinion is stupid.
We won't
just
tell
kidding.
you
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, we won't tell you that. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a message, whatever you like. So we'll go around the table. Mr. Elliott, we will start with you, brother. Final thoughts, man.
Yeah, this is absolutely incredible. Thank you guys again for having me.
Absolutely.
Just for, anybody listening out there, obviously, most people are overseas, but like if you're in the States, start building some community. Get around people who are thinking like you, and
Just like we did.
you'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely found each other organically. And even if you are overseas, and I know there's a lot of communities overseas that are ready, I don't think the people in the countryside in Vietnam are going to suffer when the economy collapses. I think they'll still be growing rice. They'll be
Right,
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And if you're in a major metro area, God bless you.
Start rethinking.
Bless
your
your
life.
heart.
Yeah. You might not have to rethink your life
just-
decisions.
yeah,
But Lee, final thoughts from you, sir.
Please stop throttling us. Let the words be words and let them go out. And
That's not gonna
if they
happen.
fall on deaf ears, I don't care. I just enjoy getting together with y'all. I mean, I really enjoy this. I'm so glad everything came together where we can do this.
Yeah.
Cody, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think the people that watch this or listen understand the amount of work that falls on his shoulders, everything he's done to put this together so that we can do this.
No.
Elliot, thank you for joining us again. Mary, I hope your crew is up and running and healthy, and thank you for the tomato plants.
Yeah.
Josh, as always, I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Can't get rid of him.
And everybody, man, thank you for listening. Share it. And like Elliot said, find your people, build your community, whether it's behind church, business, family, society. And I did want to tell, when I talk about rice and gravy, we do have meat in the rice and gravy. That's how you make the gravy.
Right.
It's just understood in Louisiana.
Yeah.
You got meat. It
Yeah.
may be
What kind of meat?
sausage and
know.
chicken.
Don't ask
It
that
may be
question,
alligator.
yeah.
It may be, but rice and gravy comes with meat. We're not just going to serve you a bowl of rice with some gravy on it. It's got meat.
Yeah.
So I had that protein.
And it's good. It's very good.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
All
Make
right,
me
Josh,
hungry.
final thoughts from you, sir.
Question everything. Do your own research. Go look at who these people are that are wanting to put the flock cameras up, that are wanting to build the data centers, that are wanting to watch what you're doing every day and control your money and control your thoughts and control your life. That is where it starts. When you open up your mind and decide to start thinking critically for yourself, don't accept everything as it is. That goes into the whole Turtle Island thing. Look that up. You know, do some research on that. That was an eye opener for me. But look at Eric Karp, Peter Thiel, Elon
All
Musk,
the big tech
all
guys,
these
yeah.
guys, Bill Gates. These guys are all trying to shape the future in their image.
They're not my friend.
Not in ours.
She said they're not.
You
my
know what I'm
friend.
saying? So yeah, they're not your friend.
All right, Mary, final thoughts from you, girl.
Just going to back up what he said. Dig and do your research.
Yep.
Just, there's a lot of things that you hear every day.
Yeah.
And I mean, even when you go to church, there's a lot of things you hear, but a lot of people don't take their Bible home and research it for yourself.
Open it up and read it.
Open
Definitely
and read. And I tell
read
people all
that
the time, there's a difference in reading and reading. Because I've read things before, but I
point.
didn't read it and it actually
Right.
digests for what it was. But, once again, building community, because this will get to a point where you will need your friends.
Yeah.
And I love this table because it's full of ideas.
Right.
I am one person and I have one way that my brain works. Well, you're different. You guys.
I know I'm
somet-
stupid.
I know I'm on the level. But, y'all mention things sometimes I'm like, man, I never thought about that. So I love sitting here every week and the different perspectives that are given out. So I encourage everyone to find that person, find your people that you can do the same thing with. You can create ideas that can banter this once it
Yeah.
kicks off.
Yeah, because it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, we talked about this offline, but and I can edit this out if y'all don't want to do it, but would y'all like to wrap it up with a prayer?
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
that.
should have
And I
started
do
with
want to
that.
sew on my shirt. Thanks,
okay.
Josh.
Well, yeah, jump up. We're on this camera right here, man.
This one?
Yeah, we're on this camera right here.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good
Where's
one.
your shirt?
I like it.
Oh, no, y'all don't have this
I
on
did
shirt.
it.
Oh,
Josh, you want to stand up and show them your shirt?
Yep.
Yeah, we can get a view of this one too. There it is. Patriotism is not obedience.
You said, I'm going to get you a stool.
That's just wrong.
Don't want no short man.
That is just wrong. All right. Well, I'll take volunteers for anybody who wants to lead us in a prayer to
How about
wrap this
Elliot?
evening up. You want Elliot to do it?
It don't
I don't. Okay. All right.
I said, okay, I will.
Okay. I don't usually do this. Heavenly Father, thank you for who you are and who you're going to be, and who you've been. Thank you for where you're leading me and the people around this table and the people listening. Thank you for always being available,
Amen.
a present help, someone I can lean on, someone I can focus on to show me the way. And I don't have to figure anything out. You've already got it all figured out. I'm forever grateful, and watch over the people listening and everyone who needs to be in your presence. In your name I pray. Amen.
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 Good job, Elliot.
Good
And
job.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Appreciate that. Guys, again, remember the world's in a really crazy place. You never know what people are going through, what kind of challenges they might be facing. So please be kind to everyone you see. The world could use a lot more love. Until the next time, take care of yourself and each other, and we will see ya. plastic. It's so fantastic. One more dead just ain't that tragic. Change the world, the flag unfurls, saluting light. You think it's magic? Thanks for making my enemies, deciding who I hate for me, driving mankind to its knees, breaking backs and kicking teeth. All they say is play the game. It ain't fair, that's a shame. This injustice is just insane. Take a number, forget your name. One more treat, it's good to eat. Close your eyes, drink your meat. Styrofoam that's so unknown, while starving mouths like riot streets.